Alright, just doing a little informative video here about changing out the leather seats in a Mustang. So I've got a 2020 Mustang GT that was, I guess you'd say it was one of the more basic packages that come with cloth interior. And I like leather, but I didn't like the price tag that was on it to go to the next package to get it. So ever since I bought the car, I've always wanted to put leather seats in it, and just hadn't took the time to do it, because if you do leather, you usually want to do heat because they're cold. That or have them heated and cooled, just so that you don't have the hot seats in the summer and the cold ones in the winter. But was kind of dreading figuring out how to get the climate controlled seats to work in my car. So did a lot of researching, looking, and I daily drive this car, so don't want a whole lot of downtime if I can keep from it. I've got 2 Super Duties I can drive, but diesel's high right now, so. But I was researching, and I'll go ahead and give you this guy's info, because this was the best info I could find. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it was on a forum that's called mustang6g.com, and he is NCG here, I guess is what it is. But he did a really good write-up as far as the wiring. He put what wiring, different wiring diagrams, and explained really good on how to, what you need to do to put them in and activate the heated and cooled on a set of, like, say, the PP2 seats, or if you was to just buy seats out of a wrecked Mustang that are heated and cooled. But it might be easier than that. I kind of dreaded this, and probably shouldn't have. So when I bought my Mustang, which I drove 7 hours to get it because of the deal, but an MSRP'd for $40,000, I got it for $34,000. But I'm assuming this is easier because of this package. It had a dual zone climate control already in it for the heat and air, but it had the cloth seats. So from what I can tell, all the wiring and everything's there. I just need to plug them in. But I will tell you what you're going to need. You're going to have to buy a different bezel, which mine already had the 8-inch screen. But you've got to have the buttons for your climate control here. And then in this plug, there's 2 wires that you got to make sure that's there. And I got the wiring printout out here that I can tell you what it is. If those, as long as those wires are there, and then you have the plugs in your bases. So my cloth seats, you can see it, had 2 plugs. Only one of these was plugged up. The other one was just a dummy plug. Well, you can see this is the dummy part. The wiring's still in the car. I'll take you out and show you that. So I'd never looked under here until I decided to do this. If I'd have looked a long time ago, I'd have probably already got the letter. If I do, they were just going to plug in. But you go out here. And don't judge me on how dirty this car is. But here, pretty much is, you've got the 2 plugs. That only one of these was hooked up. The other one should be for the climate control on the leather climate controlled seats. But this is the dash bezel I was talking about. So see how these have the buttons? You will have to have that, and it's just plug and play. It plugs in just like your other one. But on that plug I was talking about, you've got, it's upside down. And this was from that guy on the website I was talking about. He talks about this. But on pins 17 and 18, you got to make sure that they're in the wiring harness that plugs into this and hits an L-shaped wiring harness. So you need those plugs. You need these 2 plugs. And then there's a 30 amp fuse too. So a 30 amp fuse is out here, and it is one of these. I don't remember exactly which one it is, but check to see if you got those. But if you have all that, then it should be a plug and play going from the cloth to the climate controlled leather seats. As long as the leather seats that you buy, if you buy them out of a wrecked vehicle, just make sure they don't have memory. If they have memory, then you will have to do a little bit of wiring. I've not picked mine up yet, and I'm not 100% sure if they have memory or not. But once they get delivered, I'll check them out, and if they do have memory, I'll show you how to wire around them. If they don't, plug them up and go. Alright, so finally got the leather seats in. They are, and it is a memory seat. That's your memory module. And then you got your blower for your heat and cool. Wiring harnesses. And I think I'm going to change out. I don't know what the white is, if it's just faded, if they haven't set out in the sun or what. I'll probably go ahead and put my seat belt latches from the seats on here to get rid of that white. Then I'm going to put them in and just kind of curious how it acts with that memory module, since I don't have memory. But we'll see. I'll get them in. Alright, they're in. Working. They work fine. They move the way they're supposed to. Check the fans. The fans are blowing and sucking depending on whether you're on heat or cool. Everything works right. So, all that dread and everything I was worried about, what all was going to have to be done, check and see if you got the wiring harness. If the wiring harness is there, buy the seats, throw them in, hook them up, good to go. No wiring, no nothing. Even with the memory seats, even though this car don't have memory, the seats still work fine. They still move like they're supposed to. So, I guess if you wanted the memory, you could probably buy the door panel. I think there's a switch up here somewhere that does your memory switches. But anyway, they're in there. And don't drop your seats. Right off the bat. Dropped it. Put a tire spot in it. So, it is what it is. Y'all have a good one.